What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. I actually got a video tonight that some of you probably didn't know about. I've been looking through a lot of things, articles, and just stuff like that. Read one article, which is called The Sun. I read that article, and I'll bring up why I read the Sun article in a minute. But there's a YouTuber that has a really deep voice, and Hannah's obsessed with this dude, like, literally obsessed. Don't get me wrong, she loves other YouTubers too, but, she really loves his voice, calls him Daddy, stuff like that, and, just has a deep voice, and as you could tell from the video title, he goes by the name of Corpse Husband. Now, one thing I'm going to tell you about that name, so he had a girlfriend at the time, and this is when he was starting YouTube, so about 5 years ago. That's when he started YouTube, by the way. Him and his girlfriend at the time, was discussing what he should go by on YouTube, what his name should be. And there's a show called Corpse Bride. And basically, he was messing and said Corpse Husband, and it just stuck for him. And how long did it take him to come up with that name? About 20 minutes it took him to come up with that. So, anyway, so now you know where his name comes from. A show. And him and his girlfriend at the time came up with it. So you got that. Now, a lot of you probably wonder why his voice is so deep. And in this video, I'm going to be telling you why. It's not what you think. He is known on YouTube with the YouTuber with the most best voice on YouTube. Like, that's what they call him, the best YouTuber with the voice of a god, pretty much. But anyway, so you're probably wondering, well, since he has a deep voice, is he tall? Fairly tall. He's fairly tall. He's not actually 6 foot or anything like that. He's actually 5'10", which is pretty interesting. So, for those of you that thought he was really, really tall, like Paul Bunyan type tall, no. He actually is not tall. About average height, I would say. So, for those of you that thought he was like a giant, think again. Now, I'm going to get why his voice is so deep. So, the reason why Corpse's voice is so deep is because, well, for one reason, he's just naturally got a deep voice. But here's the thing. That's not the only reason why his voice is deep. He's also got a deep voice because he's got a disease. Yes, he's got a disease. On and off throughout the years that he's been active on YouTube, which was 5 years ago. So throughout the 5 years, he's had a disease. And it makes his voice deeper. Because if you go who 5 years ago, his first ever video to what he sounds like now, so like his latest video, you can hear the difference. But the disease, you're wondering, you're probably asking yourselves, you're probably like, well, what's it called? The disease is called GERD. It's spelled G-E-R-D, GERD. And that's why it makes his voice so deep. Now, you can actually have medicine and treatment to help it, but it won't permanently take it away. So basically, he's got to live with that forever until he dies, which is sad. But it's kind of cool he's got it at the same time, because a lot of girls especially say that he's got the most sexiest voice ever. Voice of a god, you know. And Hannah's like, I wonder what he looks like. Probably hot. I was like, I don't know. So there was that. Now, I'm going into the reason why I went on The Sun and that article. And the reason why I went on that page, that website of The Sun, is because no one knows what Corp's husband looks like. No one knows what he looks like. And so, I will tell you one thing. His picture for YouTube, his profile, that's actually partially what he looks like. The human side of his face, that's partially what he looks like in real life. He resembles a lot of what his profile looks like. And I was watching a video, and there was a guy, and he goes by the name of Solid Cracker. I just finished watching him, and he was playing some trucking game where you jump on trucks and you jump through circular lasers and stuff like that. I don't know the name of it. I've seen other YouTubers play it, but I don't know the name of it. Anyway, one thing I can tell you about facial features related, well, it's not facial features, but more specifically hair. He's got, in real life, he's got very curly hair. So, for those of you that wonder what his hair looks like, he's got very curly hair. And the only people that know about him is his closest friends. So, Jacksepticeye, Penguins, Vulgare, and all them. Basically the people that play Among Us. Even PewDiePie. And most likely James Charles and all them. Anyway, so basically, they're the only people that know what he looks like in real life. And also, go check out Solid Cracker, because he actually described all this stuff. And for those of you that don't really know Corp's husband that well, Solid Cracker actually told us this on the video. And by the way, that video was released 5 days ago, and so I would definitely recommend it so you can find out for yourselves. I actually sent a link to Hannah on Instagram to show her the video of a guy explaining why his voice is so deep, and that's how I found out about the disease GERD. I didn't even know that was a word, or a disease, or a thing. So, anyway, now here's the kicker. The kicker is, guys, will we ever see his face? And the answer is yes. And the reason why it's yes is because in a video somewhere, I don't know where, but if I can find the video, I will link it to this video, or I'll link it on Instagram. But basically, most likely do both. I might just do both, guys. Basically, he said, I'm going to reveal my face before 2020 is over. Now, obviously, we're in the month of November now. It's now November 1st, 2020. Halloween just passed. Which, by the way, speaking of which, I actually gotta make a roleplay where I pretend that I'm Mad Max, because I got the leather jacket, I've got a white t-shirt, I've got black jeans, I've got black shoes, I've got 2 bandanas, one to tie around my arm, that's red, and then another one to put over my mouth, and it's black. And the reason for that is because bandanas actually protect you from, well, obviously this pandemic, the coronavirus, COVID-19, but not just that. Also, in Mad Max, Max is actually in the desert a lot, and so he wears a bandana to cover his face so none of the dust from the sand gets in his mouth and eyes and stuff like that, which is actually pretty smart. Anyway, so, back to Corpse Husband. So, it's either going to be this month or next month, guys, because honestly, those are the last 2 months before 2020 ends. We got 2 months left of 2020, and we're in one of the last months, so buckle up and let's see what he looks like. Now, I read his biography. It might shock some of you, but he's partially Mexican. He's actually mixed, which is cool. But also, not just that, he's also half Irish. And another nationality, race, and I don't remember what it said, but go check it out for yourselves. And that's actually good that I forgot, so that way I won't be spoiling every single detail about Corpse Husband here. Won't be spoiling every detail about Corpse here. So, anyway. Also, if you don't really know about Corpse, not only does he do horror tales where he's narrating like a horror story, he also, get this, he does music. And according to Solid Cracker, the YouTuber that told me the majority of this stuff, and the guy I just finished watching a couple minutes ago, he said, Solid Cracker, and I quote him, and I quote, he said, he's a pretty chill guy. Now, I was watching a video, actually, where there was a bunch of faceless YouTubers where they either don't show their face or they cover their face with something. So, and we know a few YouTubers that don't show their face. And a lot of people ask them, why do you hide your face? And their response is because I want to not open myself up yet until I feel comfortable doing so. But not just that, guys. Also, to give the sense of mystery, be mysterious. So, now you know a little bit more about Corpse Husband. And a lot of people research this and that and something else. And I can't confirm anything else because that's all I know for now. For now. If I figure anything else out, I will let you know. But until then, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this different video. where I discuss facial features and hair features and just a person in general. That's a famous YouTuber. But basically, he's known for his voice, and that's why he's so popular on YouTube, is because of his voice, because it's so deep. But some of it is because he's got a naturally deep voice. So anyway, that's the video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please give it a like. And if you learned anything new from this video, make sure to hit that like button so it lets me know. And it wouldn't hurt to comment down below to just personally tell me that you learned something new about Corpse. So, because we're all curious to see what he looks like, because, I mean, he's been hiding his face for 5 years. That's a long time to hide a face. Especially if you go out in public, which, before the pandemic, he probably went into the public a lot. But the thing is, until he spoke, you didn't know it was him. So if he walked in the streets right now, I wouldn't know if it was him until he spoke. If I heard, yes, like really deep voice, I wouldn't know. But anyway, guys, that's it. Thank you for watching. Subscribe. And if I have any further updates on Corpse Husband or any other YouTuber, I'll let you know. Which I might do in the house because it's getting a bit chilly out here. So, getting chills. So, alright, I'll see you guys later. Goodbye, Creepy fans. And as always, creep it out. Hold on, I get the camera focus again. Good lord, see? Like it goes in and out off camera focus. Alright. Goodbye, creepy fans, and as always, creep it out.